Blacephalon is the prime example of a glass cannon. With 100 HP, this Ultra Beast has a rather insane attack. For 3 energy, Beat Punk will deal 130 damage. Having access to this kind of power on a basic is downright ridiculous. Yet there's a big price to pay here, as this attack comes with one hell of a recoil, hitting Blacephalon as well for 70. This leaves our Pokemon with 30 HP, making him extremely easy to revenge kill. Blacephalon is clearly designed to be a one-hit wonder, with the power to easily net you a KO at the expense of giving away an easy point for the opponent. What kind of shell can make a Pokemon of this nature shine? I ran into an interesting deck concept that I believe makes Blacephalon excel. Let's check it out. Today's deck forsakes defense and goes all in on ridiculous offense in a lineup of fiery one-hit wonders. Both Blacephalon and Turtonator require 3 energy to attack, yet they have access to supporters to ramp up. Infernape is quite similar to Blacephalon, as his attack is considerably above curve, yet it's very difficult to fire off consecutive blows. This deck's game plan is quite simple. We ideally lead off with Turtonator. If we find Kiawe in our opener, oftentimes that's all it takes to win. Otherwise, we take our time building up energy, as we then unleash an attack to score a one-hit KO. Our opponent revenge kills, and then we retaliate with yet another massive blow. While our Pokemon's attacks are extremely powerful, we will often find ourselves facing off against a Pokemon that can just barely avoid the immediate KO. Blacephalon's Beat Punk misses out on KOing Pokemon with 140 HP, while Infernape falls short in taking down those with 150. And that's exactly why we play a full set of Giovanni. With Giovanni, Turtonator's Rapid Spin deals 100 damage, Blacephalon's Beat Punk hits for 140, and Infernape's Flare Blitz reaches 150. Our offense may be limited, yet our attacks carry huge weight. Tank your opponent's hits and then retaliate. Click on the link in the description down below to head on over to Tactor.com, where you'll find all of my decks, and you can share yours. What Pokemon should I pick on next? You decide. Leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. I dismissed this deck concept at first, and because combining Turtonator with Infernape initially just seems like it's not going to work, because you need to build up energy. Like, the Turtonator is constantly consuming the energy, right? And you need to have an energy invested onto Infernape prior in order to enable an attack. But with Blacephalon in the mix and Lusamine, it seems to come together, as we have a Darkrai Giratina matchup. No Kiawe, but we do find our pieces. All 3, baby. Here we go. No Kiawe yet, though. But Giovanni. Double Giovanni, really, because this deck is just all about huge attacks, right? So it's really cool to have like double Giovanni, allowing our attacks to line up with EX Pokemon. Our Turtonator hits for 100, our Blacephalon hits for 140, and our Infernape hits for 150. And we got Darkrai Giratina with poison. Okay. All right. No Kiawe yet. We're gonna Professor's Research first. We have the evolution ready for this, so we're not vulnerable to a Mars as much. And now we have to think here, because if I start building up energy onto you, boom, they end, boom, they end, and they hit us. So for now, I'm gonna put the energy onto Infernape, and I'm gonna end the turn. Double Giovanni can prove to be very key here, as we do find Kiawe. and Octopus the energy on Infernape. That's the thing, we don't have to attack immediately, but we enable our attackers. And now we just need Lusamine. We need to be mindful here, though. If we hit you with this, like, this is gonna die to the poison the next turn. So I'm gonna drop the Chinchar to protect against Sabrina. Because I want to be ready to go next turn. I don't necessarily have to attack here, but I also don't want to just like let my opponent be able to like sit there and do nothing. Like I want to threaten this Giratina. I want to force him to go on the offense. As they actually Sabrina us, as we expected. So we are going to bring in the Chimchar. We have 2 turns to draw into Lusamine, basically. We have 6 cards left in our deck. I think we've drawn all of our basics, though, right? Two of these, two. Yeah, this Pokeball is dead. So I'm gonna drop this Turtonator. I'm gonna place the energy on the Blacephalon, because if I attack with this Turtonator, I die to the poison recoil. But then again, is that a problem? Not really, no, it's not a problem. Like, we actually just pivot into you. We punish their Sabrina play here, and we go for the Fire Spin. Because we can kill this anyways. So yes, our Turtonator goes down, but then we have Infernape. The problem, of course, is a giant cape. Since they've already played a Sabrina, we don't expect another one here. Giant Capies would lose us the game here. And we got him. And there was a Lusamine. Bob, we blitz him! So we don't get to showcase the Blacephalon in this particular match, but the fact that they played the Sabrina was a mistake on their end. But it's good to know that we had it anyways. Easy. Round 2. Going second this time. Got the Chimchar lead. Double Kiawe. Oh man, I'd love to see Turtonator. I'd love to see Turtonator. What? Dusnoir with Claydol. In case you're wondering, like, this is really cool because Dusnoir transfers damage. Dusnoir doesn't heal. So you can play Claydol and you can still heal your Pokemon. Fortunately, we got nothing. Like, our hand is just like nothing burger. We got all the supporters and no Pokemon. So they have time to do their thing. The good thing for us is we have no healing, so it's not like the Claydol is disrupting us. As they bring in Dusnoir in the front. This is a bizarre matchup already. If I top deck Rare Candy, I just blow the back. It's pretty much over, I think. God, I'm so good. And something that I failed to see initially with the Turtonator combination with Infernape is that, you know, we don't get to fire back-to-back with Infernape, but Infernape has a very high HP stat, and we can use that turn that we don't have anything to, like, Kiawe. As the second Duskull goes down, and Baltoy's in the front, and this may just end up being a straightforward Infernape suite, to be honest. Like... Yeah, we got all these supporters. We bricked, right? But in this situation, Infernape is all we need. And now that we burnt the energy, we can lose. I mean, the moment we find Blacephalon, we can enable it. And Oricorio is there to wall Infernape. The plot thickens. The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. But Blacephalon. Wait, I burned 2 energy. Oh no, they haven't scored a point. Like, they actually haven't managed to score a point, so... I can't lose him. I always forget about one of the limitations of Lucamine when I play it. You know, even though, like, I know how the card works, but I always forget, like, I haven't given them a point. It's not that easy. We're gonna need to stall a little bit while we buy time. This is where Turtonator would be amazing, right? Because we could use this situation to Kiawe. Giant Cape onto Dusnoir, but here's the thing. You can't... I one-shot your Pokemon. All of them. So I just gotta build up Blacephalon naturally. Take my time. And Oricorio is just something we don't have to worry about. Oricorio does close to nothing against us. It does halt the Infernape, but like our other 2 Pokemon just run right through it. And I think it's already checkmate. Like, they just don't really have an answer for this. We don't need to play any of these supporters. I would like to find, you know, more Pokemon. There we go. Now we're talking. Let's drop the Turtonator. Let's keep the Chinchar in hand because I prefer another Blacephalon instead. But, you know, let's beat punk them. To then Giovanni for the win. This kind of tactic of like trying to stall me out and say that's not just not gonna work here. It's a fun concept though. It's a neat concept. Like I like this idea. It's very quirky. But this deck is designed to just one-hit KO everything. Another Oricorio goes down, but the moment you attack with this Dusnoir, they think they're safe. They think they can pivot right into it after to block the Infernape. They think wrong. Because I got my boy, Giovanni. The full art version! Let's blitz them. Ha 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 ha. Ah. That was a no contest. Like they had no chance. What do we got now? Steel. Oh, that Turtonator lead with the Kiawe. Oh yeah. That's exactly what I like to see. This is so powerful. This is the ideal setup for the deck, right? We do not Professor's Research, ladies and gentlemen. We Kiawe. They want to turbo their Solgaleo. And that's fine. Because I'm gonna Turtonator. I can turbo too. The new Solgaleo deck seems to be with the Shiinotic. Shiinotic allows you to find your pieces quickly. I've been exploring some ideas with Shiinotic, but it definitely seems to be the case that the Solgaleo combination is just like the best, right? Because Solgaleo's ability to retreat the Shiinotic for free is extremely relevant. Shiinotic is balanced around having a retreat cost of 2, but Solgaleo ignores that. And you have a Pokemon that... Because the thing about Solgaleo's Skarmory is that, you know, I never really thought... I always thought that was one of the most overrated decks last season, to be honest. It's a decent combination, right? Like Skarmory goes well with stuff. Yeah. Pretty much. Round 4. Like I was saying, Solgaleo... Ooh, again! And this time the shiny, oh yeah. I think we drew the 4 last time too, though. Oh, Rowlet. Oh, Rowlet, the things I'm gonna do to you. Oh, my Deus. I'm gonna go for the Pokeball, but I'm actually not going to develop this second Turtonator in the back. No, sir. I'm gonna go for the Kiawe. Because this way, I don't allow them to Sabrina me. But yeah, I think Solgaleo just functions really well on its own, and the strength of Shiinotic over Skarmory is that Shiinotic actually makes it very likely you're able to complete 2 Solgaleos most games. There's the red card, you know, we were like... That is a possibility for sure, but I'm just not, I don't care. I just don't care. At all. I'm just ready to roast them all. You can attack my hand all you want. You gotta deal with this monster in the front. This Pokemon just like carried me last season through ranked, like just so fast. Finally getting the respect it deserves. It's such a monstrous lead to deal with. And we just keep roasting them. We keep roasting them. Now I do want to develop. Victim number 2. I think they're investing the energy on these Pokemon, so they just have no momentum whatsoever. They just have no momentum whatsoever. They have to try to basically... They need to evolve here into Decidueye. And then Lusamine Blacephalon blows them back. Like, they just have no chance. Like, if this deck... I mean, most Turtonator leads like this is just incredibly difficult for players to deal with, especially with decks of that nature. You know, you need bigger, thicker Pokemon that can tank a hit from this thing. If your initial attackers all get wiped out, then this is what happens. All right. We're 4-0 so far. We got a Turtonator lead going first. No Kiawe in hand this time, though. No auto win hand opener. But with double Pokeball, we're going to be able to find our basics while also thinning our deck. Double rare candy. Blacephalon, and 2 out of 3 chances to get Chimchar here, which would be ideal. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop everything. Because I have double rare candy, right? But double Turtonator makes it so that a Kiawe top deck always leads to something. Electrical Cord onto Zeraora with Tapu Koko. They place the energy on Zeraora, which is interesting. And they put that there. Giovanni one-shots it with Infernape. We get to research here. And evolve into Infernape. I'm gonna place the energy on Infernape. Because even if we don't place energy onto Turtonator and it dies, because Infernape burns the energy, Lusamine is enabled anyways. Which is one Kiawe away from greatness here. There's the Lusamine though. So I think now is when we start focusing energy onto Turtonator. Because when it goes down, we can surprise them with Lusamine. With Blacephalon Lusamine. And this gives us some time to draw into Giovanni, because Giovanni allows us to one-shot that. And Kiawe here gives us the ability to bring in Turtonator right after. So, placing the energy on the Turtonator, I mean, they're always going to attack here, right? But if they don't, if they try to Sabrina me, then I have the Turtonator enabled for a hit after. Does that make sense as a play though? Like my energy placement here, like I have to be wary. How do I do this? What am I doing next turn? Because I still don't have the... I'm placing the energy on Blacephalon, and I'm going for Kiawe. Oh my god, oh, I missed. I meant to hit the... I thought... Sometimes I thought I can select the Pokemon, but no, I hovered over the wrong one. So now I need to draw Giovanni. Oh man, that's bad. Two Giovannis in the deck though. Two Giovannis in the deck to make me... Oh man, that was a blunder. That was a big ass blunder. Oh, you gotta be kidding me here. Because they get to revenge me with Tapu Koko. Like, not the Turtonator they can't kill immediately. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and Lusamine. And beat Punk. I mean, it's not like it mattered all that much. I mean, it matters because I send in Turtonator and they can't kill it immediately, so it would make me less dependent on Giovanni. And it's important to note that without Red, Pikachu doesn't one-shot my Infernape. But still, that was... Make sure to hover over the right Pokemon with these cards. Like, I just played it in the middle there like an idiot. And it almost cost me. But double Giovanni with Infernape. That's like the brilliant aspect of this deck, I think. Like the double Giovanni, it just allows all these attacks to line up into a bunch of different HP stats. Making it so that there's always something within your arsenal that can threaten a one-hit KO. And now with Giovanni, we're set to go. With that invisible cigar, here we go. Not flawless piloting. Make sure you aim your Kiawe properly. But we got him. This deck is as unga bunga as it gets, really. Like, it's all about just like building up these these tremendous attacks. But it's really funny how our weakest attack in the deck hits for 90. You know, without counting the Tibchar. All right. We're about to getting a Blacephalon lead, but at the same time, because we run... The thing is, because we run 6 basics, that's actually quite unlikely, because a lot of times this is what's going to happen. We're going to end up in a situation where we have 2 basics in hand, and we get to choose one of them. So most of the time, because we run 6 basics, we are not going to be forced to lead off with Blacephalon, which is really neat. They could Sabrina us, but they could also If they Mars, so be it. I'm gonna Kiawe so that Sabrina doesn't slow us down one bit. Because their HP stats line up for a fire spin. Now they place that though, we gotta be careful. Because Rare Candy Rampardos is scary. Now is when we go in. We go for the Pokeball first. We want to thin our deck out of the remaining basics. Now we have 2 basics left. And then we go for the Professor's Research. We're trying to find Lusamine. As we place the Chimchar here, we drop the Blacephalon. And the Turtonator as well, so we're not as vulnerable. For a hand attack. And we spin. Oh baby, we spin. The first type null is down. And they need Rare Candy Rampardos immediately. Which is less likely. Not impossible, but you know. Silvally decks find Silvally extremely easily, thanks to Gladion, so that's a guaranteed Silvally there. But Turtonator's HP allows us to tank that hit, and that's super, super key. Even though we technically just like one-shot them, right? But we gotta make sure that we don't get... We eliminate this Silvally before... Before Rampardos, like, destroys us, right? Now, the thing is, I don't think I need to attack with this Turtonator because I one-shot this with my 2 remaining Pokemon anyways. So what I can do is I can enable a Giovanni. I don't think these decks don't play Cyrus. So I can enable Infernape can survive an attack from that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Rare Candy onto the Infernape. Missing out on the attack here, but because we one-shot this, we're just letting this Turtonator go down. And hoping for Lusamine. If we find Lusamine, we can instead send in Blacephalon, which is what we would like here. We do not find her though. So we blitz him. Like I said, Silvally decks don't tend to run Cyrus, actually. They tend to prioritize Sabrina. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this particular deck does, but if you think about it, like... Most Pokemon get one-shotted by the Head Smash, and their attacks are like really high up, so... We died a Cyrus. That's undeniable. They Iono. I probably should have sent in the Turtonator to the front. But now I just scratch, and I hope they have no Cyrus. As simple as that. They may be fishing for it. They may have it as a one-off. But I don't think they got it. You have Sabrina. And that's not a problem. We have the Blacephalon potential kill here. Maybe that was a mistake. I think that was a misplay. That was a misplay. I should have brought the Blacephalon in. Yeah, that was a misplay on my end. I should have brought the Blacephalon because I could always retreat with it. I could attack with it as well. I could kill it, right? Like, bringing the Turtonator there was a mistake. Honorable Sudoku. That was a misplay by me. If they do play Cyrus, I actually played into it. So, I should have brought in Blacephalon because if they refuse to attack, I Lucamine and I kill them. After that scratch. So, that was a big misplay, actually. Never punished. We're on a roll. It's not like 6 and I don't even know. Like, we haven't... Oh! God damn. Because I'm going second, I am gonna drop everything. Because I do not want to be Mars or red carded here. And I'm gonna place the energy onto Turtonator. That way, even if they Sabrina us, they can't stop this attack. This is tremendous. So energy onto Turtonator and Kiawe. And that's it. That's game. This deck is kind of disgusting. All right, final boss. We got fighting. Kiawe, no Turtonator. But we do have Blacephalon. We have to go for the research here. And is that a Turtonator I see? Nope. No, it isn't. Let's drop the Blacephalon. We are facing Lycanroc Rampardos, most likely. Nope. A little bit different. They're playing Sudowoodo. And they repel us. Well, shit. Okay, I'm gonna rare candy onto Infernape. Repel. That really caught me off guard. So here's the plan. We're gonna go double Blacephalon. We're gonna build up energy on the Infernape. So that even though our Blacephalon goes down without any energy, it's Lycanroc EX. Okay, Giovanni. Ladies and gentlemen, Giovanni. We fully build up the Infernape. Even though they're gonna knock out our Blacephalon and we lose no energy, as we discard the energy with Flare Blitz, both conditions for Lucamine will be met. And Lycanroc thinks is safe. But the full set of Giovanni makes all the difference here. And we're going to be able to fire off a surprise attack right after. Drop that Chimchar to play around like Sabrina or Repel. Like, I don't even know what the hell. And I'm going to place the energy on the Chimchar. Call my boy Giovanni. And blow the back. Just like that. Okay. I mean, the great thing is, like, right after that, like, the next turn, we get a kill with Blacephalon. Because we Lucamine, give it the 2 energy, put it the third one on him, get the free pivot with Infernape, and then just get the final kill. That's why double Giovanni is so key here. It's Infernape is all about that one attack. You want to get that kill on that one attack. So all the time, like the 10 damage, like with an attack of this nature, it really makes a difference between a KO or a non-KO. And in that case, like that Giovanni is absolutely game winning because we get rid of the EX Pokemon and then the Blacephalon in the back comes in. The energy has been discarded, enabling the Lusamine, and then we just kill whatever lies in front of it. And that's essentially the concept of this deck, right? Like that's how this deck works. It can, you know, we had an insane run, right? But it can definitely break. As you know, Blacephalon leads can be a little bit awkward, but as you see there, we lead off with Blacephalon, we let it take the hit, we build up the Infernape, and then the Lusamine is enabled thanks to the Flare Blitz discarding the energy. So it really does actually come together. And it's a bit straightforward in that sense. It's all about like these massive hits, but it's pretty damn great. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. We post daily Pokemon Pocket decks here. Have a soul day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.